Today we're going to look at validation. So again, to the number of validation checks or validation types that we use, the likes of format check, value lookup, table lookup, range check, length check, you name the other validation checks. So what's going to guide us is going to be the question paper. I'm sure most of you are familiar with the validations, but we need to revise these validations on the tables so that you can move on to look at other aspects like queries, forms, reports in preparation for your upcoming assignment. So this is the question paper, and this is the database. So the database has got 4 tables. So normalization has already been done. So from one flat file, we came up with 4 tables. So we're not going to focus on normalization. We just need to focus on validation. So going straight to the question paper, and there is task number activity 2. Which is the first task. So it's telling us that a record will not save without the surname and telephone number of the volunteer information being present. So what's important is to understand the question and go on to understand the type of validation that needs to be applied. So here we are looking at the field surname and field telephone. The type of check to be used is the presence check. So I'm opening my database and I need to look for a telephone and surname. So this is volunteer table. So in the volunteer table, what do I have here? This volunteer surname, and there is volunteer mobile. So we want a situation whereby if someone does not enter the volunteer surname or volunteer mobile number, the system should reject that, should ensure that the person has to enter the information. So it's like it's a must, the information has to be there. So I'm going to go to design view of this table. So in my design view, I'll go to volunteer surname. So volunteer surname, I'll go to the validation rule. So the validation to be applied is this one. So it's just a matter of typing is not now. Then after is not now, you need to put the message that you need to relay to the user of the database. So validation room is not now. We are saying it's a must. Tell user name is to be put. Then the next validation text will be like please enter surname. Then it's a requirement that when you do a validation, you have to take a screenshot of the design view of your table. Then after that you close. So when you close your table, you have to go to the datasheet view again. So I'm opening the datasheet view of this table. Then I'll go to new. So I'll enter a new record. So new record, volunteer ID. So volunteer ID here. This is so new volunteer ID. So let's focus more on the surname. So surname, I'll skip the surname. Then I'll go on to mobile number. I put a mobile number. Then I go on to hit my tab key to go to the next record. So it gives me an error message. So that error message that we've put on the validation text, please enter surname. So surname is a requirement. So it has to be there. So you also need to take the screenshot of this datasheet output. So design and datasheet, all these you have to make sure you put these screenshots into your Word document, which will be the report that you'll be coming up with. And on top of that, you need to explain what presence check is, explain what whatever check that you are going to be focusing on. So we've worked on the volunteer surname, so I'm going to close the table again, so it won't allow me to move from here, so I just need to and then let me just close anyway. Now go back to my volunteer again. If I go into my design view, this time I need to go to the mobile number. So mobile number, we need to re-enter the what? The validation again. So mobile number is still the same. We need to ensure that this mobile number is entered. So it's still the same. We're going to say is now. Then you go on to specify. So not is now. So is not now. So should not be empty. So is not now. Validation, like we've done earlier. Please enter mobile number. So it's important that you practice these things and you take the appropriate screenshots. So I'm going to do the same on volunteer number. So I will close the table in order to save. Then after that, I'll open the volunteer table. What I'm now going to do again is I'll come and start from here, then move on to the next volunteer surname. So volunteer surname, for now we have to put something. Then I'll move on to volunteer mobile. So volunteer mobile, I'm going to skip. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to hit the tab key and my error message will come. So I need this error message should show. So you take a screenshot of the error message that come in datasheet view. You take evidence of your design as well. So I'm going to close this. I'll close the table again. Okay, I'll force that. So you won't be able to move before entering the mobile number, before entering the surname. So I'll move on to the next question. So the next question requires you to a record will not save if the volunteer mobile number is not in the correct format. So this is now a format check. Moving from presence, you go on to format check. So going on to format check, I'm going to on my format check, let me go back to my database. So in my database, we need the volunteer table again. So what we're going to do is we need to stick to the number of details that are there on the telephone number. So we have got on the telephone number, we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, is it 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11? Yes, we've got 11 digits on the telephone, and we are making an assumption that all the telephone numbers will have that number of characters, 11 characters. So to make the format check, we can just go on to the design design view. So format check on this telephone can be done in many ways. One way is simply to make sure that we want numbers throughout. So what we're going to do is we have already validated mobile number, so we're now going to add another rule to that. So we, on top of it being not now, we also need to make sure that the telephone number is going to be like this. Then I can open my speech marks. Then I have to put this to represent numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Then I can close my speech marks. Then I have to take the screenshot of the design again, and I need to move on to datasheet view. It will prompt me to save yes. Yes. So now at this point I'm going to do the same. I'm going to move to volunteer surname, so it's a must, I have to put something there. Then I move on to volunteer mobile number. I'm just going to put a few digits, then I move. So you see, so it won't allow me to move if I put less than 11 numbers. So it has to be 11. So that's format check. So I have to make this is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So if I press my tab key, it will take me to the next record. So design and datasheet, both evidences need to be seen. So let's move on to the last one that I will do for you. All the others will be the same. So I'm going to do the this one. A record will not save if a beach is assigned to a wrong district, invalid district. So this should be a lookup, a table lookup. So we are looking at a beach table. So in the beach table we've got a district number, and in the district table, the main table, we've got the district. So let's do a validation there. So I'm going to my beach table design. So I'm going to my beach number. Here I have to use a lookup wizard for a table lookup. Then I'll get the values from another table. I'll go on to choose the district table. So go on to next. So in this case I'll choose two fields, district ID, district name. Then I go on to next. Then I will sort. Do I need to sort? I don't need. Let me sort according to district ID. Next, let me show both fields, district ID and district name, on each field instance. Go on to next. Then go on to next. Here we need to link the table and ensure referential integrity. Then I click on finish. Then it will prompt me to save. So to take the evidence in design, we need to click on lookup. This is the evidence from the design. So an SQL statement. So this design view is a requirement, it's a must. Then you need to go to your datasheet view to verify. So once you get your datasheet view now, what's going to happen here is at the moment you want to choose any district, you need to choose the districts that are already there. You are not going to pick any district and enter any other district. So like if I come and put 6, the system should reject and should also display this one error message. The districts are the one that should appear, only the ones that are showing in this drop down. So if you can also verify, you can also show this by the database tools. I'm going to click OK, force it to save anyhow. Then I'm going to database tools. I can go to relationships. So with this table lookup, you can see that the referential integrity that we have done with primary key, district ID, and foreign key, district ID. So we have created a relationship. We can only have a district ID that exists in the district table.